Tune in. It has begun. Right now, as you hear my voice, a clock is ticking. Not the one on your wall. A cosmic clock. The inevitable is approaching, and November 2nd is not just a date on the calendar. It is a point of no return. It is a portal. The void portal, which will shatter your familiar reality into before and after. You must understand, this is not a forecast. It is not a prediction. This is an energetic transmission, an activation code sounding just for you. Your entire life, every fall, every rise, every tear, and every smile was just preparation for this moment. Feel the air around you. It's different. Dense. Heavy. As if charged with ozone before a storm. The fabric of reality has worn thin, preparing for the great rupture. You are standing on the threshold. You are always walking toward this. And your heart, your inner compass, knows it. It flutters in anticipation. Not with the mind, but with every cell. Listen to it. Only to it. Your body is already speaking to you. It is screaming. That strange, heavy, cellular fatigue that washes over you for no reason. It is not an illness. It is your body shedding old, dense energies, like a snake shedding its skin. The fog in your head, that feeling of derealization, as if you're seeing the world through a thin veil. It is not memory loss. It is the old, logical mind shutting down, because its algorithms cannot process the new data streaming in. Do you notice a strange vibration in your body, especially in your limbs when you are relaxed? That is your own frequency attuning to the new carrier wave of Gaia, like a radio finding a clear signal. The tingling in your palms, the sudden heat in the center of your chest, those are your creation centers, your chakras, activating, preparing to receive and conduct a flow of incredible power. The chills that go right to the bone, or sudden waves of heat. That is not an infection. It is your energy body burning away tons of karmic debris accumulated over hundreds of lifetimes. And that quiet, high-pitched, almost inaudible hum in your ears. That is not tinnitus. It is the sound of the universe's tuning fork, attuning you. I repeat, this is not an illness. These are the symptoms of an alchemical transition. Your body is remembering its original, divine blueprint. Your emotions have become like a roller coaster in a storm. You feel it. That baseless, chilling, deep anxiety rising from the pit of your stomach. That is not your personal fear. You, as a sensitive resonator, are picking up the agony of the old world. The collective unconscious is clinging to the familiar reality as it turns to dust, and you are feeling its panic. But the next moment, for no apparent reason, a wave of crystalline, almost childlike optimism and quiet joy washes over you. These are glimpses of the new reality, the world that is already waiting beyond the November 2nd portal. The sudden tears that well up when you listen to music or look at the clouds, that is not sentimentality. Your body is releasing stored pain through water, clearing the emotional reservoirs. And that deep, gut feeling that something huge, something inevitable is coming. That is your soul recognizing a familiar signal. Even flashes of anger that seem inappropriate for the situation. That is not a breakdown. It is your system furiously deleting the corrupted files of false beliefs and old grievances. The void portal, approaching on November 2nd, is acting like a giant magnet, pulling everything that was hidden in the darkest cellars of your subconscious to the surface. To understand what is happening, you need a metaphor. Forget everything you knew. November 2nd is launching a process that can only be called by one name, the alchemical unsealing of the soul's core. Imagine your soul is a pure diamond, your true self. But over many lifetimes, it was sealed in a sarcophagus of lead, a sarcophagus of fears, false beliefs, karmic debts, imposed programs, and ancestral pain. This lead sarcophagus is the personality you thought you were. It is heavy, dense, and dull. The void portal is not a hole into nothingness. It is a concentrated beam of spiritual fire, an alchemical furnace whose temperature has reached the necessary melting point. This fire does not destroy. It melts the lid. It initiates the great alchemical work within you to separate the precious, eternal diamond of your essence from the molten, useless lead of the false personality. This process is not mental. It is happening at a cellular quantum level. Your DNA is the antenna receiving this fiery code. A full reset of the pain matrix is underway, a return to the Creator's factory settings. Why now? Why so intense? Because a critical mass of light has been reached on the planet. Your soul and the souls of millions of other light bearers have created a resonance that has made this process possible. The Earth itself is changing its vibrational structure, shedding the old grids of control. And most importantly, you are ready. You have learned enough lessons. You have gathered enough wisdom to withstand this fire. The energy coming now is radically different from all past waves. It is not a gentle, calming stream. It is a surgically precise, fiery scalpel of light. Its purpose is not to comfort, but to cut. To cut away everything false, everything illusory, everything that is not your truth. The metaphor of the alchemical unsealing of the soul's core means the process is irreversible. You cannot slightly melt the lead. Either it melts completely, revealing the diamond, or it doesn't. This is not reform. This is a revolution of consciousness, an evolutionary leap that is not gradual, but quantum, instantaneous. The gates open on November 2nd, and the flow of fire will be at its maximum. It is inevitable. Are you looking for proof? Look around. The signs are everywhere, but they are not for the mind. They are for the heart. And it's not just trivial technical glitches. Look deeper. Have you noticed how shadows have become deeper, more contrasted, as if the world has gained an extra dimension? Have you tasted regular water? For many, its taste is changing, becoming sweeter, more alive. The very structure of water is changing, absorbing the new codes. Silence. Have you noticed that silence is no longer just the absence of sound? Now, it resounds. It has a density, an information, a presence. This is the voice of the void, from which all things are born. And the animals? Watch them. They often freeze and stare at a single point, into emptiness. They see what is still hidden from your physical eyes. They see the flows. They see the energy vortexes. Your alchemical unsealing resonates with the world. The molten lead of your old personality is changing the gravitational field around you, and reality is beginning to behave differently. You might smell the sudden scent of incense or ozone where there is none. That is your sense of smell, catching the scent of pure creation. Now, look within. The proof is even stronger there. Your body, your temple, was the first to react. Have you noticed how your tastes have changed? You are no longer drawn to heavy, dead food. The body itself intuitively asks for purity, living water, greens, fruits. It instinctively understands that to conduct the fiery energy of the alchemical process, it needs a clean conductor. The rejection of low vibrations is happening automatically. Alcohol, sugar, chemical foods now cause an almost physical rejection, like poison. Your system recognizes them as interference, as contaminants that slow down the alchemical reaction. Your intuition has sharpened to the level of a superpower. It is no longer a quiet hunch. It is a loud, clear, unmistakable knowing. You just know where to go, what to say, who to call. Your inner compass has been perfectly calibrated. And your dreams? They have become vivid, tangible, almost real. These aren't just dreams. New light archives are being unpacked in your sleep. Your nervous system is being trained, adapting to the new frequencies while your consciousness rests. Look at your relationships. This is the clearest litmus test of what is happening. People who seemed close just yesterday are suddenly, inexplicably drifting away. No fights, no drama, no confrontations. They just quietly disappear from your orbit, as if a river has changed its course. This is not a tragedy. It is physics. The alchemical unsealing process is changing your vibrational signature. You are starting to resonate at a different frequency, and those who resonate at the old one can no longer match you. The masks people wear have become physically unbearable to you. You can no longer participate in empty conversations, in hypocritical smiles, in social rituals. Lies now cause an almost physical nausea, a feeling of dissonance, a coldness in your body. You have begun to sense falsehood like a bad smell or a metallic taste in your mouth. This is not judgment. It is your energy system recognizing distortion. In the alchemical process, there is no room for impurities. The fire of truth burns away all falsehood. Your system seeks only pure resonance. It seeks those whose soul diamond is also striving for the light. Let's talk about what worries the mind. Money. The flow of abundance. Understand and accept this as an axiom. All programs of poverty, scarcity, lack, and the struggle for survival are not your programs. They are viruses, written onto the hard drive of your subconscious by the collective field of the old matrix. They are the densest, heaviest layers of the lead sarcophagus around your soul. The fiery stream activating on November 2nd is the most powerful antivirus storm you can imagine. It doesn't just heal, it burns these viral codes to the ground. The alchemical unsealing is reformatting your financial mindset at the deepest level. You stop chasing money because you remember the fundamental truth. You are not a receiver. You are the source. You are the generator of reality. When the lead of fear, the fear of not enough, melts, your soul's diamond will begin to shine. And this light, this pure vibration, will attract the flow of abundance on its own, from the most unexpected places, not as a salary, but as a natural state of being. It is law. And now, love. Your heart is the main alchemical vessel, the crucible where the entire transformation takes place. But this vessel is covered in scars, cracks from past disappointments, hurts, and betrayals. Every time you were hurt, a dark residue was left on the walls of this vessel. The alchemical fire of the void portal is like laser surgery on the heart. It meticulously vaporizes that dark residue, cleanses the old pain, and heals the cracks. All toxic, karmic, dependent connections that held you hostage are falling away on their own. The etheric cords binding you to past partners are being severed. The lead of pain and disappointment melts and is gone. And then your heart's magnet, cleansed and calibrated, begins to radiate an entirely new frequency. You stop attracting halves because you yourself are becoming whole. You begin to attract the same pure resonance, other whole, free beings. This is no longer the dance of two wounded egos. It is the dance of two free, shining universes. And most importantly, your sense of self. Your I. Remember that constant background noise in your head? That quiet, persistent anxiety? That inner dialogue full of doubt, criticism, and fear? That noise is the vibration of the lead sarcophagus. It is the vibration of the false personality, which fears death, fears the future, and regrets the past. So I declare this: that noise will disappear. After the alchemical fire does its work, a state will arrive that the mind cannot even imagine. A state of diamond clarity, of inner, ringing silence. But it is not the silence of emptiness. It is the silence of absolute fullness. It is a deep, unbreakable harmony with every moment. You will wake up one morning and realize the anxiety is gone, simply gone. Its place has been taken by a total, calm trust in life. This is your new operating state, the state of the Creator. It is as if all the windows and doors in a stuffy, locked house were suddenly thrown open, and fresh, clean mountain air rushed in. You will remember who you truly are. But there is a price. You must know it. The diamond is not freed from the lid without fire. Before the system can be rebooted to the new, clean operating system of the Creator, it must completely delete all the old viral files. And this process is a fiery purification. It is necessary. It is like the fever before a complete healing, when the body raises its temperature to burn all pathogens. It will be hot. You cannot build a new, shining temple on a rotten old foundation. The old foundation must be burned clean. Everything you hid from yourself, everything you were afraid to face, will rise to the surface to be burned in this cleansing flame. This is not a punishment. It is an act of the greatest mercy. The universe is helping you break free from what was killing you, from what was stopping you from breathing fully. Do not fear this fire. Bless it. It is your liberator. It has come to return you to your true, shining self. It is during these days, especially near November 2nd, that your shadow will rise to its full height. This is the final exam. All your deepest fears, suppressed anger, old guilt, an ocean of unshed tears, all of it will come to the surface. It will be like an internal storm. Your ego, your false personality, sensing its imminent death, will scream in panic. It will do everything to make you believe it. Simultaneously, external provocations will activate. People around you, as if on cue, will begin to test you. They will push your most painful buttons, devalue your experience, try to pull you into old dramas and conflicts. They are not your enemies. They are actors in your grand play, playing the role of catalysts. Their job is to test you. Will you maintain the state of the observer? Or will you get sucked back into the drama, believing the screams of your ego? This is the final cleanup before the new software is installed. Do not cling to the trash the system is trying to delete. So, what should you do when the storm hits its peak on November 2nd? The answer is paradoxical and simple. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Your only task is to become the total, loving, unattached observer. Imagine you are sitting on a high bank, watching a turbulent river flow below. The river carries debris, old thoughts, painful emotions, fears. You do not jump into the river. You do not try to stop the debris. You just watch, with compassion, but without engagement. Be in silence. Disconnect from external noise as much as possible. News, social media, empty conversations. Your system needs all its energy for the internal alchemy. Drink plenty of clean, living water. Water is a liquid crystal, the best conductor for the new energy codes streaming to Earth. And most importantly, trust the process completely. Your soul and your higher self are conducting this orchestra. Don't interfere. Just breathe. Breathe through the pain. Breathe through the fear. Let the fire do its work. And here is what you absolutely mustn't do. This is vital. First, Do not engage in conflict. Any argument, any fight, any involvement in drama during this period is a cancellation of the new software installation. It is a rollback to the old, viral version of the system. You are literally draining the precious energy given to you for transformation into the black hole of the old matrix. Second, do not analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old processor, your logical mind, has no files to understand this process. Trying to analyze alchemy will only cause a system error, panic, and terror. Turn off the analyst. Trust your feelings. Third, and most important, do not cling to the old, not to people who are leaving, not to habits that have become poison, not to beliefs that are turning to dust. Your hand must be completely empty to receive the greatest gifts the universe has prepared for you. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. And when the fire subsides, when the molten lead of the old personality has drained away and evaporated, a deep, ringing silence will fall. You will feel it with your entire being, an incredible lightness in your body, as if a multi-ton suit has been removed. Diamond clarity in your mind. The system is rebooted. The alchemical unsealing of the soul's core is complete. The new operating system is activated. For the first time, you will feel what it means to live without fear. You will feel the total synchronization of your soul, your mind, and your body. They will resonate in unison, like a perfectly tuned divine orchestra. A calm, unbreakable confidence will become your background state. Creative power will flow through you. Miracles and synchronicities will become your new normal. You will look in the mirror and for the first time, recognize yourself. The real you. Welcome home. You are the creator. You are, it is done.